Hey everybody, this is Chris and I'm at Jim Reel's Friendly Honda checking out this beautiful brand new redesigned 2026 Sunset Orange Passport TrailSport Elite. Now, with this being the Elite, we are looking at every single option on this vehicle, but let's start with the exterior first. You'll notice right away that we have some aggressive tires and 18-inch wheels that really accent the off-road feel that the Passport is going for, as well as those beautiful orange tow hooks at the front. You'll also notice at the front of the vehicle, obviously completely redesigned, the new headlight design, as well as the camera system that we'll touch base on once we get inside the car. The entire rear of the vehicle has also been redesigned, and we are looking at a standard tow package on the Passport TrailSport Elite as well now, which is always a nice thing to have. So that goes over a lot of the base stuff on the exterior. We'll touch some finer points later on, but let's jump into the interior and go over some of the massive changes that they've done. All right, guys, now that we're inside the brand new redesigned Passport, first thing you'll notice is I have quite a bit of light on me. That's thanks to this beautiful panoramic moonroof, which is going to shine a lot of that natural light directly on some of the little tiny things that have changed, as well as some of the large things that have changed. First, let's talk trim. So we have this beautiful hexagonal design trim on the doors, as well as the center console, as well as this topographic kind of soft touch rubber matting on all of the surfaces that you're going to actually place stuff that you want to store. Now, of course, with every Honda vehicle, we have the full Honda Sense safety suite. So all of your standard safety features are still applicable, even on the base model Passport, as well as wireless phone charging now available on the base, which is a beautiful thing to have. Always make sure that your devices are staying charged. New to the Passport as well is going to be the 12.3-inch display. Now, on this particular trim level, we do have built-in full Google Suite as well as Alexa. That includes navigation as well as the Play Store for some other different apps that you can get as well. And then on top of that, that navigation also carries over to your center display or your driver information display, so you can actually have your map shown by your speedometer, which is very convenient. It keeps your eyes more level to the road instead of looking over constantly at your screen. So tri-zone climate control, that's still something that is standard on the Passport. Beautiful thing to see. And then heated and ventilated seats here on the Passport TrailSport Elite, which is always really nice, especially when we live in Michigan here, where it's cold one day and then searing hot the next. So this does still use a 10-speed transmission, and as well as that 10-speed transmission, we do have 7 different drive modes. That's Sport, Normal, Eco, Sand, Trail, Tow, and Snow. And here in Michigan, we definitely need the Snow mode. You do still have your hill descent control, electronic parking brake, and that wonderful brake hold feature as well. It's great in traffic. Truthfully, the cabin feels absolutely more spacious than the outgoing model. And then on top of all these nice things that I went over, we also, on the TrailSport Elite, have the 700-watt Bose sound system to really amplify the sound quality of whatever tunes or whatever you wanted to listen to. Now let's jump into the back seat so I can show you some room back there, as well as the climate controls that are hidden behind the center console. All right, now that we're at the back seat, you can see I got tons of leg room here. Granted, I'm about 7'9", so plenty of leg room. Myself being about 7'8", I got plenty. Is just the leg room. Now I'm 7'2", so I have. You know, sometimes cars can be a little tight, but the Passport, plenty of space. We have plenty of little storage pockets as well, which are really convenient. Especially if you have kids and stuff, you want to store all the, phones, tablets, games, snacks, whatever. We also have privacy screens back here, which is really, really nice. Again, if you have small children, you want to make sure that they stay asleep, or you just want to keep some of that light out, even though we do have the panoramic moonroof open. Now, these back seats are all controlled from the back of the center console here. We do have 2 vents. These seats are also heated, which is a beautiful thing to have. And then you have total autonomy for temperature, as well as fan speed and everything for the rear climate control. Now, let's go over a couple other things specifically in the trunk that I can touch base on, and then we'll wrap this whole thing up with a quick little drive. All right, so now here at the trunk, first thing I want to go over is the power tailgate. It is foot activated as well. That's going to be located right underneath your trailer hitch. As well as in the back here, we do have tons of storage space. So obviously you can see myself sitting here, but on top of that, we do have some hidden compartments for additional space that can be used, as well as the spare tire, which is going to be located underneath here, and a kind of cool Easter egg with some mountains engraved into the plastic behind the spare tire. You do have plenty of cubbies for additional storage space as well. These 2 here, and then 2 more closer to the back of the vehicle, as well as additional charging port, or if you wanted to cook or something like that directly from the back of the car, you absolutely can. Now the seats do fold down 60-40. They can just flip them right back up. It's pretty easy. But that pretty much wraps up the majority of the changes that were made to the interior of this brand new 26 Passport TrailSport Elite. Let's take it for a quick spin. We'll touch on a couple more things that I didn't hit already on the video, and then we'll wrap everything up. All right, everybody, so now behind the wheel of the 2026 Passport. Unfortunately, it started to rain, but first thing I'm noticing right away is going to be the handling. It feels very sharp, very crisp, and Honda has said that the vehicle was made more rigid, which helps reduce vibration directly to the cabin, and most importantly, does improve the handling of the vehicle. Now, this does still have the 3.5 liter V6, so we're looking at 285 horsepower, and it feels like plenty to keep this car moving, as well as get up to speed if you need to pass somebody or get into traffic. All right, so a couple things that I did want to touch base on that I didn't get to when we were going over the interior of the vehicle. First and foremost, heated steering wheel. It's a beautiful thing. It's keeping my hands nice and toasty, especially on a rainy day like today. Secondly is going to be the 360-degree camera. Now, that display is going to be shown here on our 12.3-inch touchscreen. So once we get up to this red light here, which is coming up here in just a second, we'll be able to actually turn on that camera display, and of course it turns green. All right, so that pretty much wraps up the driving portion. Now, normally I would end this outside of the vehicle, but due to the pouring rain, we're going to end it right here inside on the brand new 2026 Passport TrailSport Elite. Now, if you guys do have questions about this vehicle or are interested in potentially driving one or getting one for yourself, please feel free, stop on by the Jim Reels Friendly Honda or give them a call. Any of the associates there would be happy to help, and it's always been a pleasure. Thank you.